morning and a very warm welcome. You are watching Janata Television and this is English Bulletin with me, Utsa Bhatrai. The top stories first. Government decides to postpone flights by another 15 days. Long-range vehicles to resume service only from August 31st. Hindu devotees observing Krishna Janmashtami festival today. Festive season affected by coronavirus. Death toll from coronavirus climbs to 79, infection rising across the country. Global coronavirus cases hit 20 million. Tally shows the disease is accelerating. And Europa League nearing its conclusion. Manchester United and Inter Milan reach the semi-final stage. And now, the news in detail. The government has decided to extend the ban on flights and long-route vehicles by another 2 weeks. A cabinet meeting held yesterday evening decided to allow domestic and international flights and long-route vehicles to operate only from August 31st. The government took such decision upon the request of mayors of Kathmandu Valley. Air service providers and transport entrepreneurs had been preparing to resume the service from August 17 as per the earlier decision of the government. But the latest decision has pushed the date further 2 weeks away, informed government spokesperson Yuvraj Khatioda. Currently, the government has imposed odd-even number system for operating private and public vehicles. The government has decided to tighten the measures due to the increase in coronavirus infections of late. Educational institutes will remain closed until further notice. Hindu devotees across the country are celebrating the Krishna Janmashtami festival today by observing fasting and prayers. Besides the prayers, the preachings of Lord Krishna are discussed and the message spread among the people on this day. It is believed that Lord Krishna was born on this day as the 8th child of Vasudeva and Devaki in a prison cell in Mathura, India, more than 5,000 years ago. Every year, this day falls on the 8th day of the waning moon in the month of Bhadra as per the Vedic lunar calendar. Lord Krishna is regarded as the 8th incarnation of Lord Vishnu, the protector of the world. He took the form of a human to protect righteousness and to uproot the evil from the world. Legend has it that Lord Krishna killed the evil king Kamsa, who was the maternal uncle, to protect the innocent people from his cruelty. Lord Krishna is better remembered for his philosophical discourse in Bhagavad Gita, where he guides the warrior Arjun towards the right path. The instructions given to Arjun before the great war of Mahabharata are considered relevant even to this day. Meanwhile, the festive season started in Nepal last week with the advent of Chanai Purnima. However, the worldwide spread of coronavirus is likely to affect the festive celebrations across the country. The government has already directed everyone to engage in celebrations by adopting health protocols. However, more precaution needs to be taken considering the rapid surge in COVID-19 infection. A report.
The celebration of all major festivals across the country is likely to be affected this year due to coronavirus infection. The government has already issued a directive requesting everyone to enjoy responsibly by ensuring necessary safety standards to stem further infections. The rising cases and sealing of main market areas such as Osan and Indrachok are also likely to affect shopping and travel plans for the upcoming festivals. Talking to Janata Television, the public also said they were aware about the risks involved and plans to celebrate festivals as per the government's directive.
सकेसम्म बाहिरतिर नहिँडेर आफ्नै घरमा बसेर सबैले आफ्नै घरमा बसेर पूजाआजा गरेर मन्दिरतिर नधाएर आफ्नै घरमा मनाइदिए चाहिँ राम्रो हो। तिज आउँदैछ कृष्णाष्टमी आउँदैछ यस्तो बेला चाहिँ सकेसम्म सबै चेलीबेटी जम्मा भएर आफ्नै घरमा बसेर नाचगान गर्ने
चाडपर्व रीतिरिवाज परम्परा सबै हाम्रो चिनारी हो तर हामी हामीले यो चिनारीलाई यो परम्परालाई निरन्तरता दिन सक्छौँ कोरोनाको यो महामारीको समयमा हामी सबैजना सतर्क भएर सचेत भएर जोगियौँ भने हामीले हाम्रो चाडपर्व अर्को वर्ष पनि कन्टिन्युटी दिन सक्छौँ अर्को वर्ष पनि मनाउन सक्छौँ
The risk of coronavirus infection has already cancelled the Krishna Janmashtami rituals such as offering prayers and rally at Patan. The Krishna temple remains closed as opening the temple may attract devotees in large number, which in turn increases the threat of infection.
सकेसम्म सबैलाई घरमै बसेर दर्शन गर्नुस् यसपालिको श्री कृष्ण जन्माष्टमीमा चाहिँ आफू चाहिँ बचौ अरूलाई चाहिँ कोही संक्रमित भएको मान्छेहरू पनि नआउनुस् भिडभाडमा यो जात्रा चाहिँ सकेसम्म हामीले एकदम कम गरेर चाहिँ यसपालि चाहिँ यो सिद्धाउने यो कृष्ण जन्माष्टमी सिद्धाउने भनेर चाहिँ त्यही हिसाबमा चाहिँ हाम्रो यो कृष्ण जन्माष्टमी मूल समारोह समितिको मिटिङबाटै यसो पास भएर चाहिँ हामीले चाहिँ यो सूचना नै सबैमा जारी गरिसकेका छौँ.
Similarly, celebrations of Bhimsen Jatra on August 11 have also been cancelled. However, the devotees can still offer prayers in the Bhimsen temple as physical distancing rules have been maintained. Rituals, traditions and culture can only survive as long as men survive. Therefore, at present it is important to adhere to safety protocols and remain safe from infections.
This is Janata Bulletin. We'll be right back after a short break. Welcome back. We continue with other national news. Coronavirus has claimed 4 more lives in the country, taking the death toll to 79. The Ministry of Health and Population yesterday confirmed the 4 new deaths in different parts of the country. According to the ministry, 2 persons died of coronavirus in Kathmandu, while 1 each died while undergoing treatment in Parsa and Baghé. Spokesperson of Health Ministry Dr. Jageshwar Gautam informed that a 75-year-old man from Mid-Baneshwar died while undergoing treatment at Medicare Hospital. Another victim of coronavirus has been identified as 64-year-old man from Tyanglafat of Kirtipur. Likewise, a 70-year-old woman of Kohalpur in Baghé died while undergoing treatment at Napalganj Medical College. The patient was also suffering from high blood pressure. Similarly, a 45-year-old woman from Devyani of Parsa also died of coronavirus recently. The total number of coronavirus cases in the country has reached 23,300. Meanwhile, 16,493 persons have recovered and returned home till date. Currently, 6,738 persons are undergoing treatment in isolation according to the government. The government has also directed private as well as community and government hospitals to allocate 20 beds for treatment of coronavirus patients. In other news, police have identified the beheaded body found inside a suitcase at Gongabu on Kathmandu at Sunday. The deceased has been identified as 45-year-old Krishna Bahadur Bohra from Dang. Investigations have revealed that the dismembered body was dumped in the incident site from a home some almost 50 meters away from where the suitcase was initially found. Police yesterday made public Bohra's picture after they were unable to identify him. Bohra's maternal uncle approached the police and identified the deceased person. Meanwhile, police have also arrested Kalpana Shahi, a possible suspect in connection to the gruesome murder from Chitwan. A special team of police nabbed Shahi from Chitwan and she is in custody of District Police Office Chitwan. Further investigation is underway, said DIG Bishwaraj Pokhrel, Chief of Metropolitan Police Commissioner's Office Rani Pokhari. On Sunday, police had recovered Bohra's torso inside a suitcase from Ghanistan in Gongabu. His head was found some 200 meters away from the incident site. The Nepali Congress has urged the public to take necessary precaution themselves to avoid coronavirus infection because the government has not been able to provide any protection to curb the deadly disease. The Coronavirus Monitoring Committee of Nepali Congress has said that the government's approach to control and prevention of coronavirus has failed and has urged the public not to have any expectations from the government, according to the coordinator of the committee, Dr. Prakash Sharan Mahat. The committee has advised the government to deploy a stronger team in place of the current leadership of the Health Ministry.
सरकारले गर्ला र हामी सुरक्षित हौला भन्ने नठानु, त्यो देखिएन। त्यसकारण आफैले आफूलाई सुरक्षित गर्नु पर्यो, आफैलाई सुरक्षित हुने तरिका खोज्नु पर्यो। त्यस्तै गरेर चाहिँ अरू चाहिँ आफ्ना चाहिँ सहपाठी साथीभाइ इष्टमित्र घर गाउँ टोल छिमेक सबै साथीभाइहरूलाई चाहिँ सुरक्षित रहन र त्यो किसिमको सचेतना अभियानलाई अगाडि बढाउन पनि हामी आह्वान गर्छौं।
Coordinator of the committee, Dr. Mahat, also said that Nepal cannot go through another economic lockdown because of the negative effect it will have on the economy cannot be affected by the current government's plan. He further added that the government has become a puppet of the middlemen and any deaths that happen due to the lack of government's attention is its failure.
यो चाहिँ संक्रमणको व्यापक हुने जुन सम्भावना देखिएको छ, यसले चाहिँ देशमा भयावह स्थिति चाहिँ आउन सक्दछ। यसलाई रोक्नको लागि तत्काल सरकार चाहिँ गम्भीर बनोस्।
The committee has demanded for isolation wards and ventilators from the government. And now the news from Economic Front. The share market index NEPSE jumped by about 37.74 points on Monday to reach 1430.41 points. The sensitive index, which measures the changes in Class A indices, also jumped by 7.31 points. On Monday, all indices saw some growth except for mutual funds, which continue to drop. A total of 4.25 million units of share for 189 companies were involved in transaction, with the total amounting to 1.55 billion rupees. The share market has been finally finding its stability after the coronavirus-ensued lockdown brought the share market to a complete halt. The improvement in the share market is a good indicator that the economy is finally revitalizing. And now the international news. Global coronavirus cases pushed past 20 million yesterday, according to a Reuters tally, with the United States, Brazil and India accounting for more than half of all known infections. The respiratory disease has infected at least 4 times the average number of people struck down with a severe influenza illness annually, according to the World Health Organization. The death toll from COVID-19 at present is more than 728,000 and outpaced the upper range of annual deaths from flu. The Reuters tally, which is based on government reports, shows the disease is accelerating. It took almost 6 months to reach 10 million cases after the first infection was reported in Wuhan, China in early January. But it took just 43 days to double that tally to 20 million. Experts believe the official data likely undercounts both infections and deaths, particularly in countries with limited testing capacity. The United States is responsible for around 5 million cases, Brazil 3 million and India 2 million. Russia and South Africa round the top 10. With the first wave of the virus yet to peak in some countries and a resurgence of cases in others, governments are still divided in their responses. Some countries are reintroducing strict public health measures, while others continue to relax restrictions. Lebanon's Prime Minister announced his government's resignation yesterday, saying a huge explosion that devastated Beirut and triggered public outrage was the result of endemic corruption. According to Reuters, the August 4 detonation of 2,000 tons of ammonium nitrate at a port warehouse killed at least 183 people and injured more than 6,000. The seismic blast also destroyed swaths of the Mediterranean capital, compounding months of political and economic meltdown. Prime Minister Hassan Diab said in a speech while announcing the resignation that the disaster was a result of an endemic corruption and said those responsible should be ashamed because their actions had led to a catastrophe beyond description. For many ordinary Lebanese, the explosion was the last straw in a protracted crisis over the collapse of the economy, corruption, waste and dysfunctional governance, and they have taken to the streets demanding root and branch change. You are watching Janata Bulletin, and now the latest from the world of sports. Manchester United and Inter Milan both qualify into the semi-finals of the Europa League after winning their respective quarter-final ties. After the coronavirus pandemic derailed the current season, a new format was created for the finale of both the European Cups. For Europa League, all quarter-final ties will be decided by a one-off game in neutral venue instead of two-legged home and away games. Manchester United played FC Copenhagen at Stadion Coin in Germany yesterday, defeating the Danish club by a solitary Bruno Fernandes penalty in the extended time. United will either play Wolves or Sevilla in semi-final. Italian club Inter Milan defeated FC Bayern Leverkusen at Spirit Arena in Duelsdorf. Lukaku and Barella scored the 2 goals for Inter as Kai Havertz scored for Leverkusen. The Italian side will play the winner of FC Basel and Shakhtar Donetsk. With the football transfer season open, key players from top clubs around the club are in forefront every day. England forward Jadon Sancho will remain a Borussia Dortmund player next season, says the German club's sporting director Michael Zorc. The statement comes on the day of the deadline set by Dortmund for any deal to be agreed for Sancho, who has been a long-term target for Manchester United. Dortmund want about £100 million for Sancho, who they signed from Manchester City for around £10 million in 2017. Meanwhile, Liverpool have signed Olympiacos left-back Kostas Tsimikas. The 24-year-old has joined the Premier League champions for about £11.7 million on a 5-year contract and is expected to provide competition for Andy Robertson. The Reds moved to Norwich defender Jamal Lowells, but chose not to meet the Championship club's evaluation of the Northern Ireland's left-back. We are at the end of Janata Bulletin, and the headlines once again. Government decides to postpone flights by another 15 days. Long-range vehicles to resume service only from August 31st. Hindu devotees observing Krishna Janmashtami festival today. Festive season affected by coronavirus. Death toll from coronavirus climbs to 79. Infection rising across the country. coronavirus case hit 20 million. Tally shows the disease is accelerating. And Europa League nearing its conclusion. Manchester United and Inter Milan reached the semi-final stage. And that's all from the English News Desk for today. You can follow Janata Television and our programs on various social media platforms, including on our website at janatasamachar.com. We urge all our viewers to take necessary precautions against coronavirus. Keep washing your hands, keep watching Janata Television. Namaste.